somehow you didn't know, the game I'm playing right now is Dragon Ball Xenoverse, which is one of the most successful Dragon Ball games of all time, according to lists. Well, anyway, although it's not on the level of Budokai Tenkaichi, is it Budokai Tenkai 3 or Budokai Tenkaichi 3? Budokai Tenkai 3, I don't care. While it might not be on the same level as Budokai Tenkai 3, it's still a very, very successful video game. And that's with previous generation consoles. So imagine a Dragon Ball Xenoverse game with no PS3 or Xbox 360 to hold it back. That would be really cool. Oh wait. There is! Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 was announced recently, and it just dropped an Anime Expo trailer, and we're gonna analyze the crap out of it. My name is Gaming, and if you like videos like these, please leave a like and subscribe so you get notified when the next one comes out. Let's start.
You guys concentrate on this.
Notice how Trunks is saying,
You guys concentrate on restoring history. Stop!
But explain how Raditz is not possessed. Is the future warrior somehow helping Raditz? Maybe this is a dark path where he's on the side of evil? However, you see in this next scene that Nappa is being possessed by that evil energy. However, he doesn't have that little symbol that was on the other guys, Janemba and Broly. So maybe he's possessed by someone else aside Mira and Tora? Or maybe he is being possessed by Mira and Tora and the guys possessing Broly and Janemba are other people.
History. Stop it! Frieza!
Notice how Frieza is possessed here, even though he kills Krillin just like in the anime. This is probably where the future warrior is helping Goku.
Yes!
The Doria is possessed here, which is probably the same path where the future warrior is helping the side of good.
Was chasing are the ones behind all of this.
Broly is possessed by the symbol guys. I just want to take a notice, if somehow you haven't been told, this symbol on Broly's head matches the ring on Black Goku, and while Black Goku might not be a part of Dragon Ball Xenoverse official main story, as Black Goku was announced way after the game had finished development, it's very possible that Dragon Ball Super and and Dragon Ball Xenoverse will be intertwined. It's very possible that the blue-haired future Trunks will go on to be the Time Patroller Trunks. But this might explain maybe Zamasu is going to be the main villain of the story. Maybe Zamasu is possessing Broly and Janemba. However, that's not just the interesting part. The really interesting part is look at the place around Broly. In the first movie, they were on New Vegeta, and for the very first part, they were on Earth, but it was like a grassy area where they were having like a picnic or something. In Broly: The Second Coming, they were in a small village, and in Bio Broly. You know what? I don't even want to talk about Bio Broly, but it wasn't the same place as here. So Broly, this is definitely a version of Broly where he shouldn't be here.
They enlist.
Now this is one of the more interesting parts. Notice how Frieza, even though he's in his final form, he's not at 100%. Now in the anime, Frieza but he went to his 100% power before it was 5 minutes until Namek explodes. Explodes. Sorry, very far. So perhaps the future warrior stopped him from going 100%. We're not really sure.
They enlist villains from different.
Notice how when Cooler comes in, he's not being possessed. You don't see his eyes turning red, you don't see that weird aura around him. You do see aura around him, but it's his own natural aura. He's purple. So Trunks is also saying they enlist villains. So perhaps Cooler isn't being possessed, he's just being enlisted. But what about the others? What about Nappa? What about Broly? What's going on with them? Are there 3 teams now? Is there Zamasu, Mira and Tora time patrollers.
Timelines. Use them to...
You might have not noticed it, but because they're pretty much filling up most of the screen. But if you look, it's clear that Turles is on Namek. So I'm not really sure where Turles can fit into the story. Maybe in between Zarbon and Dodoria being killed by Vegeta and the Ginyu Force arriving, maybe Frieza called Turles to try and destroy the Saiyans and come in.
Sow chaos.
Here's Janemba with that Broly sign, aka Zamasu. So it probably means more of the movie villains are going to be possessed by Zamasu, and more of the anime guys are going to be possessed by Mira and Tora. Now here you see Gohan's high school, which probably means that Konton City, which is basically the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 equivalent of Toki Toki City, will probably be more or less a collection of a bunch of Dragon Ball places, along with a few new Toki Toki City things like a hub. But I'd really like to see, like, because apparently Konton City is 7 times larger than Toki Toki City, so I'd like to see like Master Roshi's Island, maybe even some like space things, like maybe travel to Namek. I don't know, that would be really cool. Now you see this player waving to a guy. Maybe it's an ally of some sort. Maybe there'll be, maybe in the game there'll be people you can ally with, and whenever you see them, you like wave to them or something, like friends. I don't know. But what's more interesting about the scene is that you see pretty much all the races. I'm guessing the Saiyans, the humans, the Frieza clan, the Margin, and the Namekians. And this pretty much means that they're not going to be adding any new races. Honestly, I'm not that disappointed, because, I mean, what other races could they have? The Kais, maybe? Honestly, I wouldn't really like the androids, because how would you tell them apart from the humans? Honestly, I'm not that disappointed that they're adding new races. What I want there to be is transformation to those races. I'm not sure how you would do that with Namekians. Maybe, like, different weighted clothing that you train with to get significantly stronger. Now this looks like 3 guys just flying, and one's in front, and it looks like a cool scene. But if you look behind the first guy, there's someone else with a red aura. Red aura is usually reserved for like evil guys, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's someone else who's red. Maybe it's Super Saiyan God Goku. Probably not though. But if you look really closely at the red aura guy, it kind of looks a bit like Frieza. Maybe it's just another player that's part of the Frieza clan. Maybe there's like a chase going on. But it probably has something to do with the bad dude, the Frieza country. Maybe this is one of those things, like, because King Kai, before he trained Goku, he made him catch Bubbles and Gregory, so maybe this is going to be one of those things. Maybe it's one of those tests, because, you know, Goten and Trunks are children. Maybe they're like, if you catch us, then we'll train you or something. So maybe Goten and Trunks are going to be masters like Gohan and Videl, and their last mission, they'll fuse into Gotenks. Here we have a future warrior on Frieza's ship, and it looks a bit like a hub. You see a bunch of Frieza soldiers walking and some other players. So I'm guessing if you're good, then you go to Konton City or something. And if you're bad, if you choose the bad path, then you'll be with the Frieza spaceship. Maybe you can even be with Bardi and his little ship sometime during the Blue Arc. I'm not really sure, but I'd say probably the path you take down significantly alters a few things. You see the future warrior bowing to Frieza. Now there was another clip where the future warrior bowed to Zarbon. So if the future warrior bows to Frieza, maybe it means that he's just like become their master. So Frieza is their master. Maybe when you catch Goten and Trunks, maybe you bow to Goten and Trunks like they're your teacher. So does this mean that Zarbon could become a master? Now here you see the future warrior and Ginyu dabbing. So this must mean that there's Vine. Sorry. Alright, but anyway, you see them doing this weird dance little pose thingy. So maybe this means that the more you advanced with Frieza, maybe you climb up the pecking tree and maybe you even join the Ginyu Force to fight against Vegeta, Krillin, Gohan, and maybe like the boss of that little event thing could be Goku.
We'll make you regret interfering in our business!
Now, Lord Slug has joined Tuz on Namek. It's very possible that this event is linked with this event. But you also hear Lord Slug saying,
"We'll make you regret interfering in our business."
So there's really two options. Either they're like, oh, we're helping Frieza getting the Dragon Balls, or maybe they've gone rogue against Frieza and they're trying to get the Dragon Balls for their own selfish purpose. Now, if you look closely, you can see that they're firing beams in two separate directions. So the battle against Tuz and Lord Slug will probably be either you and Goku, Vegeta, or maybe even Frieza if they choose the gone rogue path. Now this part, I think, was the highlight of the whole trailer, in my opinion. Goku, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, and Golden Frieza, they either merged somehow, or like, they're fighting, and there's Bardock there. I have no idea how this could have happened. I mean, the most likely option is that Super Saiyan God Goku, Super Saiyan Goku, and Golden Frieza, they travel to the past, because you can see this is clearly Planet Vegeta when Bardock is attacking Frieza. We're not sure if the other Frieza from the past is still here. All I know is that this is a very shady area. I literally have no idea what could be going on here. It definitely has something to do with time travel. But before we move on, I just want to congratulate the devs. Look at the animation improvement. Like, look at the scene from Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1. And now look at this scene. It's just a huge animation improvement. Honestly, I'm really excited to see the graphics for this game. You can see Old Kai here with Future Warrior, Trunks, and Supreme Kai Time. They wouldn't put in a little like side quest scene in the trailer, I don't think so. So I'm definitely gonna put my money on Old Kai having a much larger part in the series. Maybe even it'd be really cool if you could like go back in time and like see Beerus and the Old Kai having a confrontation and see the Old Kai being sealed into the sword. I'd really like that. You can see here the Future Warrior and Trunks are being possessed by the same guy who possessed Nappa and Damn it, stupid dog! You can see here that the Future Warrior and Trunks are being possessed. I will slap! You can see the Future Warrior and Trunks are being possessed by... Oh my god, I will literally punch you! Future Warrior and Trunks are being possessed by Mira and Tora. So, I'm not sure what could be going on. Maybe Mira, Tora, maybe they're gonna be betrayed by like Zamasu or something. Maybe everyone, even like the bad guys, they like agree with the good guys. Like Zamasu or Mira and Tora, they have to be taken out, and there's gonna be like this huge final showdown. That'd be awesome. You see here that the Future Warrior, Future Trunks, and Future Gohan, this is probably parts where they're training against the androids. I'd like to see that, like Android 17 and 18, maybe like even possessed Android 17. Oh my god! Possessed Android 17 and 18 fighting against the Future Warrior, Future Gohan, and Future Trunks. That'd be cool. There's this little bit here that I don't get. You could hear like there's these English voice actors in the trailer, like the Lord Slug and Trunks. But how come there's the Japanese voice actors in the game? Like, you can clearly hear this is Goku's Japanese voice actor, so I'm not really sure what's going on here, especially since they have Funimation in the credit sequence. I'm not really sure, but we'll just see. I'm really happy that they showed this off, because they've pretty much confirmed that spamming is gone. When you transform into a Super Saiyan, you won't be able to get unlimited, so you won't be able to just spam ultimate attacks, and I'm really glad for that. But then why would they add Super Saiyan 3? I'm pretty sure it's a reference to that they'll probably be having transformations. Like Super Saiyan 4, maybe Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, maybe even for other races, maybe like go like 2nd, 3rd, 4th, maybe even like golden versions for the Frieza clan. For the humans, maybe potential Unleashed, and for the margins, maybe we could do like Super and Pig. For the Namekians, I'm not sure what they do to the Namekians. Maybe they do like fuse with other Namekians, or maybe they just have to make them incredibly strong from the start, so Namekians would be good for beginners. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was kind of a different video. I've never really done a discussion before. So if you like these kind of videos, then please leave a like on the video so I know to make more of them. And if this video does get a lot of likes, then make sure to subscribe so you'll be notified when the next one comes out. I hope you all have a great day. See you later. Bye-bye.